All right, what's going on? We have Saturday, September 4th. Trying to fit our entries. We got the 101. We're going to start it off nice and simple. Christian McCaffrey. And we're going to draft the perfect team from the 101. Okay. I think we're ready to go. Put my music back on. Turn it way down. Okay. Board up. So we don't pick for a while, but we're gonna get the 101. We're gonna get the perfect draft going. No news. College football's going on. Badgers lost. And they look terrible. But I also think Penn State's just pretty good. No fantasy news really. Now until Thursday is just getting in all the drafts. Just finish them all up. Every day there's a different report on Saquon Barkley too. Today is they're gonna bring him back slow. Yesterday was he was gonna be full go for week 1. I don't know what to believe there anymore. I think you just don't change anything where he's being drafted right now, and just if you like him, go for it. You're drafting the Giants, so you're kind of doing your own thing there, anyways. A running back room, interesting. Just really want to get a nice solid team with CMC. I don't want to do anything super unique. I literally haven't gotten a 1, 2, or 3 pick in probably 3-4 days. I was starting to get really tilted. But we're back. We got a shot. We got a nice shot here. Diggs going before Hills. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I can pull the trigger on that. The one more likely to regress is Diggs. Ooh. I said it was running back room, but man, 4 receivers right off the board. Interesting to see what they do in the second round. Been doing a lot of drafts on DraftKings. That $3 turn on DraftKings filling up super quickly. Definitely recommend jumping in there because it is still very soft. Not as soft as it was like a couple weeks, like a week ago. One before the $3 turn they had before this one was great. Waller in the first. Oh my goodness, what is going on? This is crazy. Legitimately crazy. And I was saying DraftKings, it's still super soft. $3 tournament. $3 tournament on DraftKings at 20 max. I think it's like 65% full now. I think it'll fill by the end of Monday for sure. I'm gonna guess probably midday Monday it fills. But it's 20 entry max, which is nice. You don't have super wild teams, but you do have like still soft rooms. Waller Waller in the first round I haven't seen in a long time. Adams has to go Metcalf, right? Surprised none of the other teams guys went Metcalf, really. Saquon Gibson, Najee is available. You're between like Najee and Metcalf here, right? Or JT. The JT discount is nice, but the report is like they want to use Nyheim Hines more, which makes sense. Better pass catching back. Did you time out? I think he timed out. Oof. Oof on that timeout. Alright, it's coming up to me. I was really hoping these guys who started running back, I'm hoping they make a mistake here. I'm hoping something fun happens. Only running back I would take at the turn is Najee, but he's not going to be there. This guy timing out too? No. Okay. Love to see CEH go there. Love it. I'd love for Mixon to go here too. We could get something real nice. I might just go up, end up going with the if it gets to me. Okay, Jefferson goes. Give me Brown and Lamb. Take Mixon here, bud. You know you want to. Oh, all right. Well, we're going AJ Brown for sure. Going Lamb or Allen? I think Lamb. I think we're gonna go for the upside. Perfect start. This has to be a mistake on the Cook team. That's okay. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, it has to be. It has to be the wrong pick, and then this is certainly the wrong pick. I'm pretty sure this guy really wanted Mahomes. Actually, I don't think you reach for CEH over Mixon over the receivers unless you're going for a full Chief stack. Very happy Brown falls to me at the 212 at the 2-3 turn. That's pretty nice. Well, McLaurin goes before Allen. Kittle goes before all of them, which is crazy. I think I go Allen before McLaurin pretty much every time. I should have made some rankings and gone off them instead of drafting like I do like to see ADP though, because that's what most people go off of and lets me mentally check notes. But I should have made my own rankings and just had them as on the side. Ooh, season really needs to start because there's a post on Baseball subreddit. We are sleeping on the Lions offense. We are not. We are just not. Wow, this whole post is just actually talking up Anthony Lynn too, who couldn't get it done in uh with the Chargers. I was gonna say in San Diego, but it was San Diego and Los Angeles. Allen goes at the end. Oh man, like this is rough. These guys are picking these quarterbacks naked with no receivers on their team. They're really gonna be unhappy with their teams at the end of this. Okay. I saw a really interesting. I don't think I'll do it, but I saw a really interesting CMC team earlier today. He did like essentially this. He went CMC two receivers. Wasn't these two, but then at 48-49, he just went went Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, and like that's gonna be unique because people aren't reaching for that there. And Lamar Jackson could just be the QB1. Like it's certainly within the realm of possibility. It's a unique strategy, and like I thought about it for a bit. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. At first, I didn't like it. I'm like, oh, you only have two receivers on your CMC team through 5 picks, but then I saw on 6-7, he just jumped right back on receivers, and then I was like, you know what, this makes a lot of sense. He has like a potential QB1 and a top 5 tight end. With the assumption being that you have the RB1 on your team. The first pick is such a cheat code. I think what I'm gonna look to do though is probably grab 2 more receivers. Grab 2 more receivers and try to get Dak. Dak Gallup on the 6-7 turn. That'd be a spicy team. I've been seeing this a lot too. Julio going in front of DJ Moore. Doesn't seem right. This guy has 2 tight ends, I just noticed, and no receivers. And, you know, every draft somebody's got to pay the rake. And a hard 0 RB from the team in the 10 spot. 11 and 12 here are actually just punting their drafts. Team 2 is also punting their draft, so we'll see what he does here. This guy has gone 2 tight ends already too. This isn't a tight end premium league, guys. You shouldn't be doing this. Mark Andrews at 45. I bet he goes with Lamar at 52 if he's there. He should be there. It's like he forgot he picked Kelsey though. I'm gonna get a really good receiver, aren't I? Because of this. Kyler. Alright, I'm on the clock in 1. If I can go Ayuk, Judy, I'm pretty happy. Chris Carson would have been in play. I'm not going James Robinson, though. I can just go Ayuk, Judy, and we just wrap this up. I'm going to look through them quick. I'm definitely going Ayuk. I just want to look through my options. My options are I can go Lamar. I don't really want to do that. I don't think James Robinson's ADP is 41. I think he's in with these Gus Edwards, Miles Sanders guys. I'm not reaching on Hawk. Alright, Judy or Claypool, I guess is my question. Judy or Claypool? Judy or Claypool? I think Judy. Alright. So we're doing the thing where we draft CMC and then just straight yellow after that. Just a hero RB with the best possible hero RB. This guy snapped James Robinson. This guy has no receivers yet. And 4 running backs. And Patrick Mahomes. This is like past robust RB, right? The best thing he can do now is not draft a running back for the rest of the draft. He's not going to do that. That's the best thing he can do. If he does that, I'll be impressed and I understand the draft strategy. If he doesn't do that, this makes no sense. This guy's doing well. Well, I don't know. Having 2 receivers, he's going to have to grab Kirk Cousins later now, too. And he has Kyler Murray, which makes sense because Kirk Cousins is pretty late. Give him around 150. Only having 2 receivers, like when you have the Kamara team, though, I guess he's not going another running back, but it was a bit of a reach on Kyler. A pretty bit of a reach on Kittle. He's just kind of reaching on everybody a little bit. Alright, so the team with 2 tight ends. The first team with 2 tight ends. With another receiver. Alright, Hawk in the middle of the 5th. Tight ends are moving up the board. Quite a bit I've seen. Which makes sense because of what's going on at the end. We're losing Irv Smith, we're losing Troutman. There's some injury concerns at the end of tight end, so everybody else is getting bumped up a little bit. Makes sense. This guy's doing hero RB with Zeke, which looks really nice. This guy started off good. Now he's scooping up value running backs at the expense of his receivers. The problem is, like, so you compare his team to mine. His running backs are just never going to be better than mine, no matter how many he picks. So he should be trying to win a receiver. It's basically hero RB with Gibson. Hero RB with Barkley. It's nice. This guy grabbed his first running back with Javonte Williams. I would have waited. Yes. There's no tight ends to take though. Usually in this area at the turn, I'm thinking Lamar, I'm thinking Hawk, I'm thinking Andrews, and they're all gone. So it's pushing all the receivers up. Oh, Russell goes on the turn. Bit early for Russell. And if Dak makes it back to me, we're like cooking. I think I said Dak Gallup on 6-7, and like we're still on that plan. I don't think Dak gets back. I'm not worried about Dak going to the Mari Cooper team, but he really needs to go receiver now. Like really, really needs to go receiver. We'll see what he does. It's like right at Dak's ADP. He's thinking about it, which makes me think he doesn't want Dak here. Or he's just not there. Okay, Henderson. Fourth running back. Seems like he timed out because that does not seem like the optimal strategy. He's definitely taking the best value based on ADP at each pick so far. So Robbie at 67 is a great pick. I like this guy's team a lot. We're doing almost the identical strategy. Dak goes 68. Okay, so we gotta think about our game plan here. That puts us off of quarterback. And I'm not reaching for Logan Thomas, so we can think about our second running back. Ooh, Josh Jacobs this late is very enticing. 1 RB, 1 RB. He's probably gonna go. Oh my god, am I picking Mike Davis? Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm not picking Mike Davis. This guy can go anywhere. Give me Jacobs and Boyd. You're not here either? Jacobs goes if he's not here, so that kind of sucks. He goes Kareem Hunt. Jacobs. The guy picked 5 running backs. All right, I have Ayuk. I don't plan on picking a San Francisco quarterback, so I'm just gonna go Tyler Boyd here. And I gotta think running back here, but do I want Gaskin? Do I want Mostert? There's a big tier gap after these guys, so I think I want one of them. It's one of these two. I think Myles Gaskin is the play. All right, he picks his first receiver in Deebo Samuel. Congratulations to that player who has punted his $5 entry fee. 5 running backs. Man, I'll tell you what, he got the value he wanted. Jacobs should be on my team. I would rather have Jacobs and Gaskin, even though they're pretty much the same play. The Las Vegas Raiders did nothing to improve their team other than hope their guys develop and get better, which is an interesting strategy. I don't know if it's a good strategy, but it's interesting for sure. Okay, so the Dak plan got derailed by a guy who has no Dallas players on his team, but he grabbed Gallup on the way back, so that's kind of cool. I just don't think you need to reach for Dak. It's not even a reach, like it's at ADP, but I don't think you need to do this unless. Oh boy, 5 running backs here too. If you have 5 running backs 7 rounds through the draft, you are 0% chance to win. By the way, Just so everybody's aware, if you do this, you have 0% chance. Even if you go Devontae Adams first, your third receiver, a receiver that you have to play, is already so bad. The most I would go through, like 7 rounds, you gotta look at your team and think what happened. If you don't have 4 receivers through 7 rounds, you're probably not getting it done. That's my opinion, but I think it's true. A.J. Dillon at 82. There's a tier break after Chase Edmonds, so if you desperately need a running back, you do have to reach for him, and I don't think he should have done it. I think Sony Michel. Who else is in that range? Sony Michel, Rojo are all the same. He could have just grabbed somebody on the way back, unless you really like AJ Dillon. I don't. I don't think he gets more than 5 carries a game in Green Bay, unless there's an Aaron Jones injury. So Logan Thomas went, which means we're probably just like kind of punting tight end. The Devontae Adams team goes Aaron Rodgers here, right? This guy, which means he's kicking the third receiver can down the road another turn, unless he doesn't pick Aaron Rodgers, which is also an option. Brady to the he has the full Tampa Bay stack. There's no way. There's no possible way. I think that all 3 of these Tampa Bay receivers pay off their ADP. I'm thinking about Jalen Hurts on the turn. But with Herbert and Rodgers there, it's like kind of tough to pull that trigger. We can backdoor stack Rodgers too. Go Rodgers Tanyan here. But there's also no way I'm passing on like Will Fuller. These receivers here are too good. I could end up with 7 receivers before I pick a quarterback or tight end. The rest of the room has just stopped picking receivers. DJ Chark. Earliest I've seen him go in a while. Wait, this guy has 3 tight ends now? What is going on? People have like too much fun watching Saturday college football and just like decide, oh, I'm gonna fire up a draft now. Alright, he needs a receiver. He needs a 3rd receiver yet. Okay, gets Jalen Waddle. The 2nd best Miami receiver available right now. This guy's team's okay. It's just super balanced, so he's not really good at anything. Just like okay at a lot of stuff. Melvin Gordon, okay. It's the old. Aaron Rodgers goes right before me. I'm going Will Fuller 100% here. And then Jalen Hurts is not coming back to me. I'm not interested in tight end anymore because I'm not stacking Tanyan. These running backs, I don't want them as like my 3rd running back. I mean, I like these guys. I think I'm just going Jalen Hurts. Anchor down this quarterback position. I get a nice running quarterback to go on my team. It's an ADP reach, but he's not coming back. I'm super happy with my receiving situation already. I like it. This team's looking solid. There's gonna be some teams that have to make some decisions here that they're not gonna like. Like these teams with all the running backs, this guy has 2 receivers. Like I get one of them Devontae Adams, but that doesn't mean you can punt the 3rd receiver spot. This is one of the softest lobbies I've seen on Underdog in a while. I'm really happy to have my six really solid receivers already, because there's gonna be a stream of receivers going here. There has to be. They're the best value according to ADP, so they'll pop off on people's radar, and they need receivers. When you have two teams that have taken 5 running backs already, running back doesn't look very interesting to take. And like the world is just open to me at my second quarterback right now. Do like pretty much whatever I want. I'll think about Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill always seems to go like above ADP though. I gotta think about tight end too. We have no tight end. I love getting like a high upside tight end with McCaffrey, but it was just never the right time. Two tight ends already again. I think another rule, like that I kind of set for myself, is if you have 2 tight ends before the 10th round, that was probably a mistake. If you're taking a tight end before round 10, you hope that you can play him like at least 75% of the time. Like when you draft Higbee at 88 and Fan at 91, you're hoping these guys are like can get up to like a top 5 tight end potential. Not you need another tight end in your team yet, because they're not going to get it done. This is hero RB to the max. This is respect. Holy moly. Nobody's gone quarterback after I picked Hurts. That doesn't mean someone else wasn't going to pick Hurts. I think it's just an interesting note to make. Okay, so the Devontae Adams guy gets his 5 running backs, and then Curtis Samuel as his RB as his wide receiver 3. I don't think that gets it done for you. Stafford. Does he have a Rams player? No, he has Josh Allen already. And Rojo at 111. Ryan Tannehill goes here. The Lamar Jackson team. Again, this is too early to take your second quarterback if you already have if you spent your 5th round pick on a quarterback, you can't take another quarterback 5 picks later. We're gonna go to the review part of this. I'm gonna say his team looks awful, because it does. Even though like in a vacuum each one of these picks is fine. Fields. I like this Fields pick from the Hero RB Zeke guy. I would expect he goes another quarterback at 126, because Fields isn't starting. If somehow Andy Dalton isn't terrible, he holds on to that job for a while. Relying on Fields to be your QB1 is tough. Oh, okay. This guy did the nice like 2 RB start. Didn't pick another running back. Very nice team. This guy a little bit. It's kind of balanced. The 2 tight end thing was bad. Okay, I'm on the clock now. Let's see what we got here. Trey Lance is on the table for me. No, he's not. I picked Jalen Hurts to be my guy. So, James Conner as an RB3 is interesting. Still need a tight end. Dallas Goedert just makes sense after picking Jalen Hurts. It's kind of a tier gap after this guy. If I go to Devontae Parker. This leaves Tua open for me. I got Fuller and Parker. I can go Tua. And gives me my 7th receiver. I think we're going to see a big receiver around here. Like, we almost have to see a big receiver run here. The thing is, there was like 3 draftable receivers there, and I saw like 4 or 5 running backs I thought were all kind of just the same kind of guy. So I think we're going to see a bit of a quarterback run and receiver run here for these next 2 rounds. I was thinking about Tony Pollard as well. I kind of got 2 guys that are just like, I got CMC, so obviously CMC's filling up my RB1 spot the entire year. If this, as long as he doesn't get injured, this team goes well. So I said fill my RB2 spot because my flex is always going to be a receiver at this point. Jalen Reagor hasn't been picked yet, right? I kind of want to grab Jalen Reagor. Okay. Keep a note on that one. I think my perfect like turn here is Jalen Reagor and Tua. I don't know how realistic that is. I don't know about this one. We'll see. 2 and Hurts are different bye weeks, right? That's all I care about. No, that's right. They're not. They're the same. I haven't seen a lot. I can still do it. I just like that so much. I think we can still do it. Although I'm not in love going 3 quarterback build after going Hurts. I definitely want Rager though. I love that this forum post I'm reading turned from lines are good into a Mark Andrews versus TJ Hawkinson debate. And like the first post is just correct, and everybody's just talking about how the first post is correct. Full PPR Hawkinson's probably better. Anything less than that, Andrews is probably better. But like on this side, Andrews is probably goes a little bit ahead. Makes sense. Half PPR. Andrews is like a touchdown target, mostly in his career. Hawkinson should be the main pass catcher in Detroit. Going down the field. It's gonna be like him and Tyrell Williams and Swift out of the backfield. Damn, Rager goes. I don't even know if I can pick 2. I'm taking Jamal Williams if he's there. That's absurd that he's still there. Theoretically, none of these guys should pick running back. With 3, 4, and 5 running backs respectively on these teams already. Well, I don't know why I keep thinking this room's gonna act rationally. Man, I still want Tua. The problem is if I pick Tua, I'm gonna have to punt something. I'm gonna have to grab like a. I'm gonna do it. This is gonna be a weird build for me. This is a good James White spot. We might go like hyper fragile running back. Just do 4 RBs. We also don't need like 9 receivers on this team. God, week 14 is tough too for these bye weeks because I'm thinking about like who else I'd want to get. And, like the only stacks I have available are Garoppolo, who I think will lose his job by then. Bridgewater, who might lose his job by then. I can go Mac Jones though. Mac Jones isn't losing his job. I can go Mac Jones, Hunter Henry on the turn. Oh god, I'm gonna set it up again and be really disappointed when it doesn't happen. That's what's happening here. Week 14. God. Oh, I can backdoor stack Zach Wilson pretty easily. You just grab Jamison Crowder and Tyler Kroft, and you have a nice backdoor stack. Jamison Crowder's ADP is sliding because he has COVID. Do I want to use another early pick on a quarterback though, or I just want to like really punt it off? Let's just see what's on the board. Let's just see what happens. Mac Jones went anyways. I don't know if that back. It's obvious. He just went at 152. People are hyped about Mac Jones, but he's certainly not a better pick than Matt Ryan or Jameis Winston. This guy has Jonnu. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just ready to sauce some of these teams. I'm gonna say some of them are really good. I'm ready to sauce the other ones. Okay, we're getting pretty quiet here. It's like some of these teams like really need to start jamming receivers, and they're not doing it. Particularly team 4 and team 3, even team 2. Like the guys in front of me need to start jamming receiver, and they're just kind of doing like one-offs on receiver. Like look at their board. Look at the first 4 rounds. In the first 4 rounds, teams 2 through 3 picked 2 receivers. Insane. And 4 receivers through the first 6 rounds for these 3 teams. Like that's absolutely absurd. Wilson goes. Oh man, we have to grab a quarterback. They're all gone. Okay. Okay, not a disaster yet. Just trying to think about some backdoor stack options. I guess we're gonna leave like Teddy as an option. I may just not pick a quarterback yet now. We can't pick Chuba on this team. We have CMC. We're so deep at receiver already. We can go one more tight end and be done. That's kind of what. So we want probably Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram with his calf strain. That guy needs pick receivers. He's not doing it. Well, I'm on St. Brown, and I think we're going to go Tyson Williams. As our RB4. I think with this build we want to get to 5 running backs. So I'm going to pump in that last spot. So it gets a little risky not going quarterback there. Leaves me open to like getting locked out. But I really don't think I get completely locked out. Worst case scenario, I guess I'm picking Garoppolo. I think there's a greater than 0% there's a greater than 0% chance Trey Lance never becomes the full-time starter. Niners are really good. Garoppolo can manage the game. If they start the season 4-0, they're not benching Garoppolo. Just not happening. You guys picked 2 tight ends. Ingram Hunter Henry. He didn't have tight end yet. He's had 5 terrible receivers and oh my god. Started as a receiving core at Debo, Hardman, Gage, Marshall. Imagine not having a wide receiver 1 or 2 on your team. Wow. I can't believe I actually have decisions. This team should have just fallen into my lap, but what happened with these 3 teams in front of me is incredibly insane. They all made mistakes in the first 4 rounds and then just never corrected them. That's the problem. They all made mistakes in the first 6 rounds and never corrected them. It happens. Yeah, there was a quarterback run last round, so I was pretty not worried about seeing a quarterback run this round. And I'm just looking for my third. Not like I'm looking for my second. I do need a third. I'm probably just gonna pull the trigger on Teddy. It makes the most sense. See if KJ Hamler's available still. Get a nice little double stack. KJ Hamler's not available anymore, right? I didn't see him. Oh, there he is. 155. Oof. A little early. I've been coming around to Amon-Ra St. Brown too. I think the likely scenario for the Lions is they're losing every game because they're awful. And he's just gonna have to be on the field a lot. Like the other receivers on the team are Tyrell Williams, who's probably clearly the wide receiver 1, and then Khalif Raymond and Quintez Cephas. Like we know what Cephas is, we know what Khalif Raymond is. We don't really know what Amon-Ra St. Brown is, but he is good enough for Perriman to not make the team. Or Perriman was bad enough to not make the team. That's the more common report I heard. let me see what's available at quarterback. A lot of options. I think I like Teddy more than Jared Goof, so we'll do that. What do we got tight end? Probably done at 8 receivers. We have 8 good ones though. Quez Watkins is available, isn't he? Yeah. I would like to get Quez Watkins now, actually. Get Quez Watkins. Oh baby, we got choices to make now. Okay, quarterback's pretty non-negotiable here. Every other position is open. I'm going Quez Watkins. Quez Watkins fits the strategy better. And then pretty much leaves just have to take a tight end with the last pick. We're going 4 running backs. Hopefully Tyson wins a ton of work in Baltimore. Hopefully James White emerges as a huge pass catch back, and hopefully Myles Gaskin holds off Malcolm Brown. Those all seem realistic. And then Christian McCaffrey is just Christian McCaffrey. I'm also going to start throwing tight ends into the queue. Can't be week 14 right now, of course. There, Pat Freiermuth receivers. He's on my list. Hurts and Tua being on the same bye week is just messes with my head. Just trying to think. I don't think there's any receiving options or tight end options here to pick here because I have Goddard. Ertz is gone. I wouldn't pick them both anyways. Gesicki's gone. Fant's gone. So there's no stacking ability at the tight end position yet. Taking Quez at 17 though is really nice. How far him goes. My list of tight ends here is getting shorter. This guy needs a tight end. The guy on the turn needs a tight end as well. Oh, there's the Freiermuth believer. There's always one in the draft. Believes in Pat Freiermuth. I don't hate. It's just like he's just like your normal tight end prospect, which means he's probably gonna struggle. Pitts is the unicorn because he's just gonna line up in the slot or outside. They should use Pitts across the entire field instead of just at tight end. Salvin Ahmed in round 17. There's a guy who doesn't believe in Myles Gaskin. Or Malcolm Brown, I think. Malcolm Brown's still available. Conklin goes. Tight end list is dwindling. Let's see one more tight end go off the board before it gets back to me at least. Ferkser is actually a little interesting because I already have a bet on the Tennessee passing game being good with AJ Brown, so I'm going to move him up to the top spot. I think in a vacuum, I'm picking Tyler Croft here. But I think with my bet on A.J. Brown already, I'm going to double it up and go with Ferkser as well. Also, just better offense. More opportunities for those red zone touchdowns. I think Zach Wilson's just gonna have to check the ball down a lot, and he's gonna have to find Tyler Croft. This guy's timing out. I'm gonna guess he just has a bunch of tight ends in his queue like I do. There goes Ferkser. Yeah. Yeah. The problem is we have this guy with 3 tight ends, this guy with 3 tight ends, this guy with 3 tight ends. Probably guys that don't need 3 tight ends. Okay, I know they don't because they picked 2 in the first 5 rounds. But if I get to 18-12 and Ferkser and Tyler Croft is still on the board, that's a W for me. A guy that's consistently being picked. Washington pick a fourth tight end. This is the same structure, and they're both terrible. Nah, he's going third quarterback. One of these guys is going third quarterback. I'd bet money on it. Dude just left. Okay, well that's a Q pick because cat members wouldn't be an auto pick. Troutman, okay. Lazard, yeah, we just get Tyler Croft. Okay, let's take a look at the draft. Let's do a quick review. So my team, obviously the best team from the 1 spot. And about 3 quarterbacks due to the bye week issue. But some nice stacks. Super fragile running back, CMC, Gaskin, White, Williams. Just hope that's enough to get it done, and that these receivers can always be in my flex. We got Brown, Lamb, Ayuk, naked. We got Judy paired with Bridgewater. We got Fuller, Vontae Parker paired with Tua. We got Quez Watkins and Dallas Goedert paired with Jalen Hurts. We have Tyler Croft as I get him in their tight end. I like it. Now it's time to saw some teams because there's some teams that are going to be soft, and it's particularly the 2, 3, and 4 picks. So let's get into it. Ends on 2, 7, 7, 2. 7 running backs is too many. Picks Mahomes and Rodgers. It's too early for 2. Mahomes' pick was too early, period. It's too early for 2 quarterbacks when you go Mahomes as well. Of his 7 running backs, 5 of them were picked in the first 7 rounds. So, yep. And his receivers start Samuel, Hardman, Gage. And then he picked the olds. And the tight ends are bad too. Sweet. Okay. Rake's paid for. And then we have a nice 2, 6, 6, 4. Let's check out the 4 tight ends that he picked. As Kittle went 3 more tight ends. And 3 of them are on the same bye week. Okay. He did the right thing. He went Kamara, then went 5 more running backs. He went Kamara and didn't pick a running back. He just picked garbage. Didn't get Cousins on this team. How do you not get Cousins on this team? For both these guys to pay off, Cousins has to have the year of his lifetime. Like last year, pretty much. Okay. The rake and more is paid for now. Alright, 2, 6, 7, 3. The problem I have here is these 3 tight ends. 3 tight ends before. You have Kelsey. You don't have to pick another tight end. You can have 1 tight end on this team, and it would be perfectly acceptable. Then you pick Andrews and Logan Thomas. Ahead of ADP. Crazy. Yeah, basically that makes everything else on your team suffer. So you're not good at any other position. Alright, 3 teams have paid the rake. Finally a nice 2, 5, 9, 2 build. 2 early running backs, locks it down, and then just picks receivers. And a good head end. This is a good team. 2-4-9-3. I want to see his 3 tight ends. Acceptable. 4 running backs. This is almost more fragile than my running backs. The problem with his 4 running backs, he needs an injury like immediately for these four running backs to pay off. I think. Fields, Darnold, man, this is like you're starting Darnold week 1. Okay, receivers are good, obviously. This is gonna be tough. I think I would have gone more running backs here. Probably not Ertz or Komet. Just hope 2 tight ends gets it done for you. Yeah, I think one more running back would have helped a lot there, but that's fine. 2-6-8-2. Check it out. Herbert Cousins. 6 running backs. No. Too many running backs. When you this much capital running backs, I'm gonna look at the receivers. They're gonna be terrible. Yeah, I remember saying this. You had Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper, and just stop picking receivers. And yeah, this isn't enough to make up for it. Cook, Ferguson, and your tight ends are bad. Oof. All right, 3-5-7-3. Burrow, Mac Jones, Zach Wilson. 5. Gibson, Harris, Edmonds, Singletary, Jones. I don't mind this as 5, I guess. Okay, they're not bad. I've seen a worse 3-5-7-3 build because he didn't spend any of his 3 quarterbacks or 3 tight ends on early picks and then pair them up 3 times. I'll let it go. I would like more bullets at running back and receiver, but you had what you gotta do. It's not bad. You took what the room gave him, I guess. Lamar Jackson team can't have 3 quarterbacks. You especially can take one on the same bye because Lamar. Why even make this pick then? 5 running backs. Gus Edwards and Lamar have pretty negative synergy together. I don't love that pick. Hill, Woods, Jones, Davis. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not much synergy here. 2-5-9-2. Beautiful. Brady, Ryan. First running back's Javonte. Yeah, he has the full Tampa Bay stack. I don't think there's a way that they all pay off their ADP, but if they do, this team obviously is great. 2-7-7-2. Allen Stafford. Okay, well at least you stopped there. Waller, Pitts. Okay, at least you stopped there. I wouldn't have done this, but at least you stopped there. Oh my god. 7 receivers and not one of them's good? Why isn't Bridgewater on your team? Kai sniped him? Why is Chris Conley on your team? Why would you draft him? So many questions. The receivers are awful. I knew that's Team 11. I remember saying Team 11's doing bad. 3-5-8-2. Probably don't need Daniel Jones, but it's okay. This is a robust RB. I like this. Jones, Eckler, Swift. Didn't pick anything else to Chuba and Ty Johnson. It's like perfect. And then just loaded up at receiver. Just took as many shots at receiver as he could. Solid.